mostly when I am listening, I mostly listen to East Coast.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was that whole joint. I'll show you how to do this, son. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just clicked us live, so I see. Let's see. You can add a play. You know what? I'm thinking when we go over to Rockfin tonight, because heads up for everybody, we are gonna have to go. Sorry, I didn't like get my beard straight or nothing, just a little restless looking. But we're gonna go over to Rockfin for the second half of the show. That way we can speak a little more freely. And if we decide to mix it up and throw a little music in the game, we're gonna do some of that too. Let me get this Rockfin going real quick, fast, and in a hurry, as Major Payne would say. Major Payne, he said, low down, dirty, even like his brother Keenan. You know about that.
That was a bar.
Mm-hmm. Don't leave your girl around me, true.
See, I didn't want to say that part. I'm glad you said
I don't get down like that anyway. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the old life.
Nah, even I think about it like for me, even when I got into them kind of situations, it was never like I was never trying to be with somebody's, It just somebody be lying.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah.
Like, girl, why you trying to get me murdered tonight?
Or sometimes they don't, and they just tell you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've heard.
Yes, that's what we all heard. We're just speaking allegorical statements. None of this has any bearing on our actual real lives or past histories or future.
Know anything about it firsthand,
Oh, but Stephen, right there. I got to start off with his comment first.
Well, hold on. Wait.
I'm just gonna start with the comment. We're not gonna go into the yet.
Hold on. This time I'm gonna do it to you. Hold on. Before we get there, let's say our salutations and welcome.
That's right.
To everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We're about to talk some shit. You see the topics. If you follow us, if you watch us, these particular topics kind of tickle us a little bit, so to speak. It gets us a little peaked up to have a certain discussion. Yeah, even myself, I gotta relax too. So that's why I just had to take a breath.
Oh, you're gonna be more relaxed. I'm probably gonna be turned up tonight. So
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It can't be both of us because it just
saying, man. It's probably gonna be me. It's probably gonna be me turned up tonight. In fact,
no, that's fine.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
You could be the young wild Mel Gibson, and I'll be the about to retire Danny Glover. I don't know if I'm dating myself, but y'all catch the reference. If you were into 90s action movies, you know what I'm talking about. To Stephen's comment, we're definitely going to get into that along with a bunch of other topics. As you can see, what we have in the show title. Just bear with us a little bit. But before we jump right in, as usual, thank everybody for coming out. As Hove likes to say, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, so it's much appreciated.
Much appreciated.
I hope everybody's week, month, is okay. We're coming into the end of the year, despite whatever your belief systems are. This is probably it's probably a busy time of the year for you, right? So despite what you're into, what you're not into, I hope the end of the year is, shaping up to be okay. Before we go into it, earlier this week, we start late. So, you know, a lot of the things that happen during the week, you know, you and I don't get to it till now. So we have the burden of covering things or discussing things that people have heard about for the last 5 or 6 days, maybe. In some cases, maybe the 7 days. So, you know, we either gotta get in quick, talk about shit, you know, give a quick analysis, our thoughts in and out, because some of these things are beat to death. And, you know, I don't think we should dwell on certain things too long. You know what I mean? But my week was good, you know, same shit. I have nothing bad to report. You know, it's a pretty good week, same as usual. I work hard, I do what I gotta do, and that's it. So I will toss it over to Marcus by asking him, Marcus, what's up, man? How's your week? How's everything?
It's been a busy one trying to get back into things after inventory and everything. So we're up on both sides. We're set and ready. So I figure I'll throw the intro and then we'll start getting into things.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Really get down to understanding this political matrix.
Out there, the stunt double. He walked out. He's got an oximeter on his back. I'm like, you got other. You know, Marcus said on his other show. You know, he was like, you know, American politics is simply pro wrestling.
You became afraid of everyone because people were reporting on each other.
We're living out Minority Report too as well. And you know why? You know why we know that, boss? Because we've been reporting on it. Yeah, I know.
All the black people in this country be willing to take a reservation.
That's what the Nation of Islam was asking for.
Put a couple of clips together.
It's crazy to see how much Martin Luther King really began to look like, damn, man, Malcolm was fucking right.
I mean, what is the elite's end game?
There's this assumption that as a black commentator or black journalist that you're not informed.
Relationships, that's a skill we have to learn.
It's even more kind of mind-blowing because we're supposed to be the multicultural space.
Trying to drum up money to keep the war machine going so they can keep the donors happy.
Yeah. Do the Chinese own part of that?
Began a long time ago. Ukraine has had a neo-Nazi problem for decades.
Proof of sanction, am I right?
I don't know if Domcopters will do it, but something's got to be able to save the world.
From the private industry here.
You know, like I say, people come on here, they can say stuff they don't normally say on their own shows, which is fine.
Ross McDonald's, whoop-de-doo.
Ooh.
And their cholesterol is going to get Yeah, good.
Look, we only exist because we have the biggest military, kid.
And silencing a person like Julian Assange. Because it affects everybody. And today, last week, believe you me, because they know who you are. They watch. They got people that's going out there. They don't want you guys having the conversations that you're having on this show. Mm-hmm. So it affects the political matrix today.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Political Matrix. I'm Young Morpheus, of course, here with Captain Cy Lawson. Ready to get it in tonight. We got a lot of stuff on the schedule. We got Kyrie Irving that, of course, we're going to have to talk about. Of course, you know we're not going to talk about that right off the bat. Got to save it for a little bit because that's going to get nice and heated. Might even need to take that portion on the rock fit, which we do got to talk about Imran Khan. We have North Korea news that needs to be talked about. Briefly, I might touch on some of the stuff going on, which I've been hearing out of Iran. We got some interesting COVID news, which I saw. I saw that they were coding on redacted. That was pretty safe on there, but still, I know how YouTube does not like us, so we'll probably take that COVID portion onto Rockfin side, and we'll go Rockfin exclusive, and I'll let everybody know once we do that. And then we have interesting video which I saw from Jason Bermas the other day, going into some of the things which I was suspecting about Musk taking over Twitter, and we'll go into some of those thoughts and some stuff which I did not. Some stuff which it took it in a whole nother complete different direction for me, which I did not see coming, which I'm pretty sure. See, part of this, I like to give Chris this this cold opening on some of these stories. Some of them I kind of like hide back in the pocket for him and see if he can hit the curveballs. So it's fun to watch this. Yes, definitely. We will throw a little talk about
John, what's up, man?
And I see John is in the building. What's up? Much love to you, brother. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tease something out there. For those who watch my Hebrew apologetics, or if you just pop in for whenever I have something that catches your attention. I'm not sure if it's a male or a female, but I have a debate that I am setting up and working on with the Orthodox Jewish person. So this will get interesting for those who do not know, and first time you guys seeing my platform or our platform. I am a Hebrew Israelite and versus an Orthodox Jewish person. So this is going to be interesting. And also, one bone I want to pick to everybody out there, independent media, you guys can clip this part. Anybody in here who watches other platforms, how in the hell am I virtually the only open, outwardly Hebrew Israelite in all of indie media, and not one single person is even like, say, yo, you want to come and give your thoughts? Not one. So we're gonna get into more of that a little bit later on and talk about it. But mad love, shout out to everybody out there who, like Chris already said, reiterating, Jay-Z, y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all decided to be here with us. So we're definitely happy for that. Let me hop over to the Rockfin chat. Don't see anybody over there yet, but I will keep checking back and forth. And I do see our good buddy Denver has came and joined us on the YouTube side for now. And I'm pretty sure Denver will follow us back over to the Rockfin side when we get over there. And for anybody who's watching us live over on, which I see one at least, they're watching us live on Periscope through Twitter. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, Hamza, we're doing good. Before we get into some of our main stories, Hamza sent me over something about Dr. Boyce Watkins. He is apparently having that's on my screen. Screen's dirty. But apparently they are having like a reparations rally in DC, or just had one. So I don't know, Chris, have you heard anything about that?
No, I didn't. But at the same time, at this point, my opinion of that is it's a waste of time and energy. You're not going to get the people who knowingly took everything from you to now try to make you whole. And to the extent that they would give you a few dollars, it's going to be funneled right back into everything where you don't want the money to go into.
Well, see, you're already going to step 3 and 4. I don't see, that's like getting the home base. I don't even think we have to worry about what people do with it once they get it. I don't think they're ever going to get it. Not even not even like a little portion.
Yeah, and I don't. Again, it's not to be like a Debbie Downer or anything like that. It's just to be realistic, right? If you're going to the same banks that will gladly charge you $30 for a donut because you were $1 short in your account, right? They have no problem hitting you with that $25 or $30 fee or whatever it is at this point in time. Now we're asking those people who sit on the boards of various companies and things like that to, somewhat make up for it. That part is the waste, right? But as Hamza says, it's, to bring awareness, right? That's good. If you want to have a conference and get together and you want to talk about things, if you want to talk about economics or finances, I would say it would be much better to have a rally in your own neighborhood with the people closest to you to figure out how to spend that money wisely, right? Sometimes the things we take on are a little too big, and everyone's needs are different based on where they are in life. So you can't use one blanket to cover everything. You have to really get to people where they are, when they are, and you know what I mean, shit like that. But reparations, as far as that, I don't see a point in even discussing that.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I would say, like a rally awareness. I mean, we're all pretty much aware that reparations are owed. The country is aware of it also. Now, about us convincing, because here's the thing, which, especially when I deal with ADOS, you know, for those who don't know, that's African descendants, or is it American descendants of slavery? Well, typically African American.
Marcus.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. Okay, before I even say that, the current president, as he was campaigning during the midst of a pandemic, told everybody he's going to give them $2,000 if they voted for him and got him into office.
Oh.
How much money did he give them? Not even the $2,000, right? They ain't giving niggas shit.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not even giving white folks money.
Yo, keep it a buck, yo. You wouldn't give even, and that includes white people, Jewish people, Spanish people, you know.
Well, not
everybody.
I wouldn't say including them, because
no, I'm saying
somebody you named in that group gonna get a check.
No, but what I'm saying is that was everybody. If you were working or not, right? They were saying, hey, during this pandemic, we're gonna give you $2,000 if you vote for us. They ain't give nobody shit. So if they wasn't giving everybody shit during the pandemic, you ain't getting shit. So,
Yeah, I mean,
just
definitely not. And when it's kind of ironic when I hear some of the ADOS and First Nations Black people, because they put this separation between so-called African Americans on the continental America, and a separation between if you were anything else, if you were Black Panamanian, Black Puerto Rican, Black Cubano, Black whatever. And it's like, you need to try to ally. And at the same time, if you try to ally with people like we should be trying to help Jamaicans get reparation from the British. We should be trying to help, you know, different Latin countries, Brazil in particular, get reparations from Spain and Portugal. And we should be united front instead of trying to say, well, only us over here. And I know what it is. It's because they're so worried that somebody else is going to get what they feel is owed to them, and they're going to be shortchanged. And if you already have that mentality where you're dividing yourself into such a small little group and thinking that that's going to give you power in a country in which you've never had power, you're foolish. Ooh, that looks like that would be, I'm going to have to make sure to tune in and find this. Hamza, let me know. Oh, this Wednesday, what time? Hamza says this Wednesday, Alex Jones is having Ye, Candace Owens, Dr. Boyce Watkins, Judge Joe Brown, Maj Toure, and Minister Louis Farrakhan. That sounds like it's going to be a very interesting panel. Possibility of it going, possibility of it being divided in some areas, but
son, if they're gonna have Candace Owens there, they might as well have you there. I'm not insulting you. I'm saying you would add far more to that conversation. And,
but ain't nobody trying to listen to me. I mean,
no doubt. I mean, I get it. It's the shock value.
It's
I gotta
the
get my
shock
door real
value.
quick.
It's that old scripture. I'm trying to remember which one it is. I'll just paraphrase it for time, but it basically says, you know, and this is in the Bible. It literally says, when a rich man speaks, everyone listens, but when a poor man speaks, everyone is like, who is this? And they look to try to push me down if I was to fall. And so literally everybody on that panel, I can teach them a thing or two in some areas. And I'm talking about literally all the way up to Farrakhan. I'm willing to say that. Everybody in that list, I could teach a thing or two. But because I'm down on a low level, ain't nobody gonna ever listen to me. In fact, a lot of so-called colleagues don't listen to me. And people can say it's for whatever, and I can have my beliefs, it's for whatever. But it's a reason why even in let's see what in this content creator world, it's a reason why I watch people who don't look like me, who I can run circles around intellectually, having bigger platforms. It's just how the cookie crumbles. I don't get mad about it. It is what it is. But I definitely could go up there and teach everybody in that group a thing or two. Let's see. We're all aware the imperialist country will never pay reparations to Black people in this country. Exactly. Oh, wait a minute. I had a couple of comments that I saved. Wanted to get into. Steven Torres, he says, they really trying to make Kyrie Irving shut up and dribble. Yes, that's exactly what I thought about. And it's kind of funny you stole that out of my lips because I do got a clip I'm going to show later. And Atra says, free Kyrie. So glad that we have this solidarity in a time like this because it's definitely needed. Let's see, where was I? Hamza said, why is Sabby and her group attacking Ye? I don't know. I honestly have not looked at anything that they've said as far as RBN on this topic.
You know?
I have no clue what they're talking about over there. I have not watched at all. I also look at it like this. Now, and I'm not trying to throw a slight at RBN at all. The thing about it is, from what I've gathered from all of them, pretty much most of them are atheist to agnostic. So I don't think that they're going to see the same things which I see that are going on here. So I don't know what they've said. I probably won't look into anything that they're saying as far as this Kanye issue or sorry, my apologies, this Ye issue or Kyrie. I'm just not going to listen to it more than likely, unless it's something where it's something that really jumps off the pages and everybody's like, yo, you need to check this out. But I'm pretty sure if I start speaking my views, they'll probably disagree with me on a lot of it. So, you know,
Exactly.
it is what it is, you know. I know that some people out there, and even some of our own people, have been so mystified into what this system and what this government is taught. And some people, it's going to take a while for them to start pulling the scales off and starting to see what the hell's really going on and not just keep buying the narrative. And, you know, but I don't want to go too much into that. I'll you know, but that is what it is. Hamza says, I saw her video in her group reaction on Ye talking to Zionist Jews, and they said he talking like, oh gosh. I'm just gonna ignore what they doing over there. That's they shit. They're entitled to their opinion.
Wait, what happened? Say that again.
He said, Hamza says, I saw her video and her group's reaction on Ye talking to Zionist Jews, and they said, talking like Hitler, seriously. Well, I'm wondering, who was the group? Was it all, was it RBN as a whole, or was it just a panel that she had on? Can you let us know who all was there? Tuesday, Alex Jones election special. Yep, you already know we not paying attention to no election shit. I'm tired of my fucking phone blowing up with this election shit. They can keep chasing their tails with everybody else. That's what I'm saying. If you want to watch the election type stuff, whatever, I'm pretty sure RBN will be covering it. And
I mean, we'll talk about the winners. We're not talking about the races. Like
I put it this way, and I'll say this again: everybody's entitled to believe whatever they believe. I've sat there and went through enough research to tell me that everything is pretty much bought off, from the top levels all the way down to a lot of these lower levels. Any talk of a third party or whatever, it's mute for me. It's complete mute, because I see how the system is rigged up. I know how the laws work. I know, and if you don't know how the laws work, then I can get that you might not get what's going on. Or if you're just in this mindset of that you're a hopeful optimistic and you just want to hold on to hope. Well, that hope ship sailed for me. I was at that, well, maybe if we can just get maybe just this and just one or two. I was at that last desperation stage with Bernie. Like, man, I don't think that he's going to be able to do much. But if he can get in there, he maybe might do 1 out of 10 of the things he's saying. But once that was done, and I saw basically he's all part of the setup too, he's just there to sheep herd, I realized the system is a corrupted system. It's not actually, it's not a corrupted system. The system is working as it is designed. And the fact that it still has plenty of y'all still thinking that there's some chance to beat this system shows how damn good this system is. Because it can still make you think you have a shot of hope. And that's the whole purpose of the way it runs. It's to make you, well, maybe we get this third party, and if we just run people who are not millionaires, okay, do you believe whatever? I'm pretty sure there's adults who still believe in Easter bunnies too, but that's y'all can have that.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the behavior of the girl from my district, my home district.
Nanu.
Damn.
Actually, do you know where that even comes from? Do you know where that comes from? Yipper? Spock came up with it. You know where it comes from? It comes from actually rabbinical prayers. It's one of the prayers where they close their eyes and the rabbi literally does like that and praying. And that's where Spock got it. Or Leonard Nimoy.
Nanu, that's
Nanu's Mark and Minnie. But the symbol is from Star Trek.
Yeah. That's funny. Damn, what's this thing? Tim, I don't even remember. Fuck. Oh well. Anyway, go ahead, man.
Yeah, 100%. It was RBN and one. What was it? Katie Halper? Is that who they had on, Hamza? I'm curious. Which token white woman did they
I was
throw
gonna
on
say, if we've learned nothing else, for the people who are maybe just waking up to certain realities, for some of the younger people who may not have put much thought into this, and for the people in our generation a little bit older who didn't believe, this week, the last 2 to 3 weeks should have shown you a few things. One.
Oh, wait a minute. That's right. Hold on. Oh, gotta hold that. Gotta put a button in it. We're gonna save that for later. No, he said no, not Katie Halper. Okay, yeah, but we'll go back to it later. That's just addressing our feelings on that comment. But let's get into what happened with Khan.
Yo, did they
I got a video.
Did they have the midgets like bust rush him and bust at his feet? Like what happened?
That's what it sounds. That's what it sounds
like.
They
couldn't get a headshot, they bust him in his foot.
Which almost sounds a little weirdly staged. It's like, dude, for real? Or did y'all just get the upper hand on him and what, y'all throw him to the ground before he can get in there on you? Is that what happened? Because it just sounds sketch.
Yes, the smarter they are, Denver, it seems like the opposite. What comes along with that is depression.
What did Denver say? Brilliant talent. Well, honestly, I think where that comes from, especially with like a Robin, is that it's that deep hurt that's going on inside, and the ability and cunningness to mask it. And what we see is ha ha ha, that's humor, but we're not realizing how sad at the same time. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant, clever way of masking your pain and entertaining people at the same time. And it's good if we laugh, but at the same time, we need to try to see what we can do to help heal those wounds that person is fighting through and those demons they're wrestling with.
Look, Con 2 came out of their version of Hollywood, right?
Imran Khan,
he's a cricket player, right?
Yeah, but that's still a form of Hollywood. He did a couple of little small parts, and you know what I mean. Like,
yeah,
they do those little guest starring roles.
Exactly.
Let's see, is this on it? Let's see. So you make sure that it. Oh, wait a minute! I gotta switch it. I forgot what it doesn't always switch with the screen correctly. Yeah, Khan was a famous athlete. Yes.
Yeah, he was.
I think he was like their version of Pele.
Yeah, in cricket.
Mm-hmm. He was the cricket, which I still don't understand that weird ass sport, but okay. Here we go. Here's the clip.
Former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan was shot in the shin on Thursday in what his aides called a clear assassination attempt. His anti-government protest convoy came under attack in the east of the country. Several others in the group were wounded, including party colleague Faisal Javid, who was photographed bleeding. Pakistan's information minister said a suspect had been arrested.
Wait, go back to that picture.
Footage released by Khan's party of the suspected shooter. And arrested. Pakistan's information minister, including party colleague Faisal Javid, who was photographed bleeding.
You see
from where? Go to the picture before. Go to the picture before. Okay, so I assume that maybe that's the cut on his left side.
Which it does look kind of deep.
On the left side, yeah. Underneath to the left of his nose, yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead, let the next one play.
It's like they wiped it off so that they could take the picture and then put it back on.
His face looked mighty clean.
Yeah.
Except his shirt and his neck look extra. So look, man, I don't know. I be telling you a lot of this shit look fake as fuck, man.
Trying to look close. I mean, it does look like those.
Son, he looked like he.
Oh, this looks like a picture afterwards because it looks like stitches that he has above. It looks like 3 stitches.
That red looked like brighter than Crayola.
That's what I'm saying. That's a really bright red.
I want to know what like color box that shit came from.
I mean, it looks kind of more Hollywood blood, where on the skin it would look real, but when it gets on the shirt,
exactly.
That is we're just throwing out theories
from Bollywood. It is not actual blood. We are talking. We are performance.
We're performing for the world. So much trouble.
I'm not getting if we are getting in trouble. I'm just telling you what it is looking like, and it is not looking like this is real blood. This is looking like it is something else.
Oh boy, you wild.
Javid, who was photographed bleeding. Pakistan's information minister said a suspect had been arrested. Local TV channels ran this footage released by Khan's party of the suspected shooter.
Imran Khan was misleading people, and I couldn't bear that. That's why I did this.
Look, it's another good-looking guy with a good jawline.
I tried my best to kill him.
You know, his hair looks good.
I did not want to kill anyone else.
Oh man, they got him with the
party member said there were reports of a fatality. A spokesperson for Khan's Tehreek-e-Insaf party said to Reuters, quote, "If the shooter had not been stopped by people there, the entire PTI leadership would have been wiped out." Local media showed pictures of 70-year-old Khan waving to the crowd after being evacuated from his vehicle following the shooting. He was taken to hospital in Lahore after the attack in Wazirabad, nearly 120 miles from the capital, Islamabad. Protests poured onto the streets in some parts of the country as PTI leaders demanded justice. Pakistan has a long history of political violence. Former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto was assassinated in December 2007
Yeah, remember
in a gun
that.
bomb attack after holding an election rally near Islamabad. Before Thursday's attack, former cricketer Khan was leading a protest march on Islamabad to demand snap elections. Since being ousted in April through a parliamentary vote, he has held rallies across Pakistan, stirring opposition against a government that's struggling to bring the economy out of the crisis that Khan's administration left it in.
That's why I mean,
You know, economically, you know, speaking of economics, right? We're about to go through a little something here, but it's not going to be the same as it was before because a lot of the same metrics
I'll
where
be right
they
back.
were.
I just realized I don't have my charger. And I just looked up my thing. Says like 5 minutes, but I'll be right back.
Someone please call 911. Yeah, man. I don't know. What did you guys think of that? You didn't think the you know, the blood on the shirt looked a little extra? You know, Warren, what's up, man? I don't know. To me, all of this looks a lot of things look staged. I try not to say that everything is staged. You know, I'm not going to go outside and it's raining and then tell you guys
It's like it's really not raining. My name is Alex Jones, and I'm here to tell you that what you feel is like really chemtrails, and it's not really raining. It's not water.
You know, I'm not going to tell you that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But some of the things we see are like,
yeah. What were you saying? It sounded like I heard it. It sounded like it was Alex Jones. Did he come on?
Yeah, I was trying to get my Alex Jones on. I was telling you that like what did he say? Who was it picking?
Yipper says good impression.
Oh, thanks, Yipper. Yeah, I mean, you know, Alex Jones sounds like a cross between like Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan. So if you used to watch wrestling, if you combine the two of those guys, you know, like, yeah, brother, that's where you get your Alex Jones from, right? But you just got to throw in a whole bunch of like political words and phrases, you know, like
God bless America, brother. You know, you're a patriot, and so am I. You know, we just want to take down these scumbags.
Oh boy.
And then of course Ultimate Warrior at the end. You gotta be like, oh yeah. Well, that's Macho Man. Oh yeah. I saw a clip with Macho Man, Elizabeth, and Hulk Hogan, and they were fighting the Twin Towers.
Oh yeah, I just see that. That was kind of. I was like, this is kind of weird.
It's like, yo, we're gonna take down the towers, and they're gonna crash, and they're gonna burn to the ground.
And it was just
I
like,
think it was who was it? Mad Marxist sent it to me. I believe. Okay. I think it was on who was it? I think it was like I'm not sure if it's actually Riza. I think it was on like a Riza Islam, somebody who tweets his stuff. I don't know. But it was like on one of those like Riza Twislam. I said Riza Islam, not Twislam. And Uma over there says, what can be traced and analyzed to the most controversial and deprived people's deeds are interests and selfishness, whether good or bad. All right. If nothing for living is for comfort under the beauty that destroys others. Mm-hmm. So very good. Very so poetic. That's what I said. Omo had to be like I told you if I had money, I'd like pay her to be my press secretary. She such good words. Baba is over here dying because this dude is acting a fool. I thought I was going to be the one that's going to be a little crazy, but it looks like it's going to be him.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I mean, dude,
well, I know what it is. It'll be certain topics that'll amp me up, and certain topics that'll amp him up. Critical Minds show. Hey, welcome over here. Critical Minds. It says CM Punk versus Stone Cold would be a dream match.
I don't know much about Stone Cold, but I mean about CM Punk, but I do know Stone Cold.
I'll say, how the hell you not know Stone Cold?
No,
I stopped watching wrestling like quite a while ago.
2000.
Well, around that time I was in Europe. So I put it this way. Out of like the stuff that's going on here in America, we were getting like a quarter of it on base at best. And so for a while, it's almost like I had very little connection to what was going on in the US. And so I know about a lot of shit that was going on for a good handful of years. It's kind of like somebody in prison when they come back and they're like, oh, kid, this shit didn't change, son.
Hamza said he watched wrestling from 97 till 2010. I watched wrestling from like late 80s or like mid 80s to like maybe 2000, 2002, 2001 maybe.
Yeah, Hamza says back to Critical Minds, both of them were both amazing trash talkers. So yeah, I don't know who Calcio. No.
Look, you're percent of a bougie motherfucker.
No, I'm not saying I was cultured. You want to know actually what I was doing most of the time is I was spending either a shitload of time working or out drinking, out getting towed down. That's what I was doing. I was going from out partying all night long, dragging myself back to the barracks, get dressed, sit in my chair for like 15 minutes, and then try to go to work and barely standing up. That's what I was doing. So, I mean, hey, well, you'd have like we'd hit this one little base club for about like maybe 9 o'clock. We get there 9:30, maybe play a couple of slots. Then about maybe 11 o'clock, we go hit this other bar. We'd be there till about maybe about 11 to about right around midnight. And then we dip from there. Then we go hit downtown. And we get to the other club about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Stay there till about 4 in the morning, maybe 5. Then leave from there. Then we go hit the panini stand. And then after the panini stand, when the sun started coming up, then I was heading back to work, heading back to get ready for work. How do you know that? Yeah, I did live in Catania, and you don't know. And I was not watching Italian TV. That's not what I was doing.
He's watching Italian something else.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris would call him. No, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Hey, don't drag me into that shit. I was here in American.
I was here in America, brother. You were out there gallivanting with the immigrants, with the others. Okay? I was here with the Americans.
Well, I was following like an Arby's commercial.
Yeah, I should talk like that for
they
the rest
got
of the
the meats. That's what I was following.
Yeah.
Never mind. Let's just say I had some fun years in my earlier 20s before fucking 9/11 came along and fucked everything up.
Yeah, it really did. What 50 Cent said on the mixtape, he said 9/11 happened. Fucking planes hit the buildings and fucking planes hit the building. Coke price went up 10 grand this week. I was like, Jesus.
Well, you said Jesse Lee Peters is sporting Kyrie. Amazing.
But they're only supporting him in the most superficial, most disingenuous way.
Yeah, it's weird for me to hear that he's actually supporting him. I mean, I can't think of anybody. I mean, I guess he wanted to be on the other side. He's like, wait a minute, hold on. So Shaq, Charles Barkley, all the other blacks who are normally on the left are against him. Well, shit, then that means I got to go the other way. Fuck. Pull the short straw.
Did Jalen show you how the same video that Kyrie Irving that he put on his Twitter or his Instagram, whichever it was, the same documentary from Hebrews to Negroes, that it was shown in this movie theater?
Oh yeah.
Owned by Shaq. No, fuck that. Owned by Shaq in like 2012 or 2013.
Well, because I'm saying if you're gonna bring it up, then we might as well go into it now. But I got one more story I want to get to before we go into it. I know you're chomping at the bit. You want to get to it. You like those freaking reporters who were sitting there asking LeBron all these other random questions, knowing what they really wanted to ask.
Like you just have 42 points, 19 rebounds, 15 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks, and they're like, "What do you have to say about Kyrie Irving?"
Yeah,
motherfucker, you didn't see what I just did.
Yeah, they didn't care. And I don't know if y'all know about this. Let me just get this up on the screen first. Oh yeah, Khan had something to say afterwards. He had a little interview. Did you see his interview at all?
Whose?
Imran Khan.
No.
And he did the interview in English. So let's put that up. Let's hear what he had to say. Goodness boy, the stuff I got up on my screen. I still got this video from which I covered the other day with Netanyahu up on the screen. Yeah, it says Fuzz said the same thing. I'm chomping at your chomping of the bits when it comes to Kyrie. Everybody's ready to hear that one, but I got to get these out of the way, you know. Let's see. I wouldn't be being fair to well, I'm not even fair, but just getting out stuff that I feel is important if I didn't bring this up. Oh, you could tell. Oh, that makes sense why his English is so good. Makes perfect sense because his English is really good.
Sky News. You've talked about a revolution afoot. What would it take to deliver that, in your view?
2 things. 1, free and fair elections. We want people of Pakistan to decide who governs them. We don't want a bunch of crooks imposed on us by buying loyalties of about 20 of our members of parliament and spending about $20-30 million and toppling our government. And known crooks, 60% of cabinet is on bail. So we want right.
Whoa.
Yo, he just aired their whole shit out. He said, "Yo, you know what? Half these motherfuckers is on probation."
Damn, shit is bad.
He said,
"Right, Steve." I gotta bookmark that one too. We're gonna come back to that. Wow. Jeez Louise. In the first 41 seconds of the inner world.
You want to talk about shots fired, right?
He's Yosemite Sam. He literally came out 2 guns going. Pow, 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 pow. Like
he really came, Marcus, he really came out and was like, I don't know why y'all fucking with these people. They ain't shit. They ain't nothing. Yo, these niggas, they out on bail.
Yeah, that's what I was like, I know he said some wild shit. And when I saw that it was in English, I was like, I saw a part like in the middle, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need to show this. Y'all need to see this. So that was like, I wouldn't be doing justice if I did not show y'all what this dude is talking about over there. Because it's not like when y'all listen to some of these other people, it's not like when we show some of these other ones and it's being translated. And so the translator, they'll kind of like word it a little differently. He might have been like, yeah, And I was like, I don't care about them. I'm ready to knock heads. And they were like, yeah, the president says that he's not dealing with any more problems and he's really ready to get to business. It's like, that's not what his ass said. But in this one, you get to hear his unfiltered comments.
We want the powerful to be brought under the law. At the moment, there are two laws in Pakistan, one for the poor, which don't have access to justice.
Hold on. I know this is probably petty, but lady, you are an Australian reporter. Why the hell are you trying to dress? What's with the culture appropriation just for an interview?
No, that's not appropriation. Come on,
come on.
No.
Really?
Look,
you're telling me that she really keeps that outfit in her clothes and she wears that on a regular?
Of course, we know she don't. We know that, she went where she went and she dressed appropriately. I'm not mad at that.
Appropriately? No, she looked like she found a Bollywood star's grandma and just stole her fucking outfit out of the dryer. That's what that looks like.
Of course. But it's better that
not like.
But it's better that than she show up in the mini skirt that they would wear here.
She wouldn't wear that. I trust me. I've seen her. She's pretty stale. She wouldn't have wore that. But I mean, she would have wore the Hillary Clinton pantsuit. What was wrong with that? That's not what you wear. Come on.
She got on the Middle Eastern pantsuit.
Man, that's I hate when I see Western country people do shit like that. I get it if you got to go in an area and you might have to wear the headscarf. But really, lady, I guarantee you nobody's like, hey, you need to wear this traditional garb.
No.
Nobody in Pakistan would have forced her to wear that.
Yeah.
That's appropriation. She's like, well, maybe he'll feel more comfortable and open up to me more if I dress like his people. Hey, any white people out there, don't do this shit.
Man, leave them alone. They're all right, man. This is okay.
And the powerful are above law.
How far are you willing to go to deliver change?
Well, it's not politics for me. It's a mission. Someone like me who the Almighty blessed me with everything. I never had to go to politics, and I never would choose politics as a career. But it was a mission that we want this country to have justice and law, the rule of law. And my contention is that prosperity comes after rule of law. First, you have to establish the rule of law. My contention is that most of the developing world is poor because they don't have rule of law.
The government are concerned about violence. They've talked about credible terrorist threats. Are you worried about that?
The only terrorist threat for us is the government and their handlers. We have why would anyone want to, with families, children, women.
They should do a remix of this interview.
People who are with us. Why would anyone want to target them?
Like, so bitch, they shot me. Oh, y'all gonna die.
The government is petrified of the people. They are petrified of elections, because since I've been ousted from power, we've had 37 by-elections. We have won 29, despite the government be supported by the establishment, the powerful establishment.
Yo, for me, would have been perfect if he would have turned around in the middle of the interview and was like, turn that shit down.
Y'all making all that goddamn noise over there.
You know your daddy on the damn phone. Cut it out. Oh man, sorry, y'all. Sorry. Try to get back to focus. Be serious.
You rarely ever win against them. The election commission is totally biased. Despite that, we have won 29 out of 37. So last thing they want are elections. And what the country...
Now he bragging. They crooked, but I still be killing their asses.
Wants elections because right now the political uncertainty is destroying our economy, because the political uncertainty has led to economic uncertainty. And all economic indicators are that we are heading down. So there is only one way out of this mess, and that are free and fair elections.
You've raised the possibility of bloodshed. Do you think that likely? What would it take to stop this march?
There is absolutely no reason why there should be bloodshed, because it is my right, constitutional right, to protest peacefully. I'm confident that.
You notice that? There was a cut there. They cut something out of this. Big chunk. Hey, Pasta and Fiorella, y'all need to book y'all tickets to Pakistan. We need what the hell's going on over there.
Right? For real.
Yeah, I'm partially joking, but I'm kind of serious at the same time. Like, maybe y'all do need to get over there and see what's going on, but it is pretty fucking dangerous over there. So, I wouldn't want them to just run over there and harm fucking way. But if they were able to do it safely, it would be doing a service to know what the hell is actually going on over there. Because most of the news we even hear is got to be out of Australia, out of India, and Indians don't like Pakistanis, so I don't know how fair they're being with. That's the reason why normally you guys know how I normally go to like WeOn. No, I'm listening to their coverage is extremely biased, but I'll let him finish.
And I've been on the road for 6 months now. What I've seen, I'm confident that I will be able to direct it through elections. I will be able to direct this through elections and bring about a change. But, the other possibility is, you would not want it to go the other way.
Your critics call you corrupt. They say you are in part responsible for some of the economic woes of this country. Is there anything that you would do differently this time?
Well, firstly, we inherited a bankrupt country. And all this is, by the way,
which is actually true. The country did have massive debt problems when he went in. So there is something to that. I remember reading reports that they were borrowing. They were just borrowing and borrowing to keep everything afloat. And then once the pandemic happened, that slowed their economy down to a breaking point. And a lot of the people who were loaning them money to keep them afloat, it kind of like, we don't know if that's a safe investment. So, and I can't speak if he's corrupt or not. It's always that possibility. But when he's saying that they already had some debt issues and bankruptcy issues and this isn't like a city. It's talking about the whole nation of Pakistan. But Chris, you want to add anything?
No. You read good.
Right. Okay.
3 years published the Economic Survey of Pakistan, where you have all the economic growth rate, industry, agriculture, the growth rate, and so on. So it's all documented. Every year, it's published. All you have to do is see what it was in 2018. Country was bankrupt. Despite 2 years of COVID-19,
I gotta go get some munchies.
in our third and fourth year, it's documented. In 17 years, we had the best economic growth rate of 5.7% and 6%. We had the highest exports in our history record, highest tax collection in our history. We had highest remittances, in other words, dollars coming in from overseas Pakistanis. The agriculture was growing at 4.5%. This is an agricultural country, which is after 17 years, the best agriculture growth. From that position, when we were removed, the country collapsed. Today, we are heading towards default. We will not be able to service our debts. Industries going down, exports going down, remittances. So where we left, that was the biggest conspiracy against us. And the reason why you see people, they see the difference, where the country was heading then and now.
So just to be clear though, there is nothing different you would do if you rose to power again?
I would do one thing. Well, I would not take power if I had a weak government like I had before. It was a coalition government, thin minority, always. I was not strong enough to implement rule of law. I could not bring the powerful mafias under the law because they had all ways of weakening me or blackmailing me. So I would only take.
In which a lot of people, if you guys do not know that, there is a lot of corruption, especially with like the dynasty political families who have been running things in Pakistan the same way which we've been dealing with, like the Bushes and the Clintons, and how other nations have been dealing with these dynasties, political dynasties that have been controlling things.
Well, this time, if I have the numbers in the National Assembly, and if you are strong enough in a parliamentary democracy with a clear majority, only then can you implement rule of law, which I could not before.
The election is less than a year away. Why can't you wait?
Because for us, we are gaining every day. Out of 37 by-elections, we have 129. And the writing is on the wall for the entire opposition combined stood against. I took part in nine elections, just now 9 by-election, and I stood on all. We can stand on all the seats. One man can stand on all the seats. Out of 9, the entire 13 parties stood on one side, with the establishment backing them.
Wait a minute, did you hear that? Did you catch that, Chris?
He said 9 elections.
Mm-hmm. But he also said one man can stand on all the seats. I'm just trying to be fair here. But it almost sounds like somebody is looking for a form of a dictatorship.
Sort of what?
It sounds close. Like you could make an argument that he's making an argument for a dictatorship for one man to stand on nine positions. I don't know. Let's let him play a little bit.
Pick me, it'll be all good. Everything.
Yeah, just pick me. Give me. This is sounding a lot like Trump too. Just saying.
Yeah.
Let's
Pick me, we'll be all right.
Let's let it go.
Powerful establishment. And I won out of 8 of them. We have won 29 out of 37 by-elections. So it suits us because the government is going down by the day, which is why they don't want to hold elections. But the country is going down. We are heading towards bankruptcy, towards default. So for the sake of the country, the only way out is for the economy to recover, is to have political stability. That will only come through elections. When there's a stable government, then only can the economy recover.
Do you think, given that you're confident the elections will come early, do you think you'll be back in power next year?
I feel that if they're free and fair elections, I mean, if you see any polls in Pakistan, you will see that my party is way ahead of all the other parties put together. So yes, I feel if they're free and fair elections, we'll win. But then, you never. I mean, as a sports person, I know that until the match is over, you're never sure.
Needs a lot of stamina.
Yes, stamina, and yes, I'd never thought at my age I would be doing this again.
And no
you see the Pakistani Arnold Schwarzenegger?
You could kind of make that
sounds
argument.
like him too. I'm just waiting for him to say, "Get to the chopper, get to the chopper."
Man, you don't know how bad I want to. Actually, when we go on the Rockfin side, I gotta play this one song. I'll be like fuck with people about it. Actually, I'll do one part of it. It's hilarious. You probably could do it better than me. You know the helicopter song? You haven't heard it?
No.
It's hilarious. I love this song. You'd be like, helicopter, helicopter. The song is so tacky and gross, and I love it. He's talking about, like, translation. He's talking about throwing money out of the helicopter, and like how much money and gold do I got to give to come into your home? Basically, it's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, well, I guess it's not much left. I can let it play the rest.
Ahead.
No regrets. I mean, I have tried my best. The country has given me so much. I have more love and respect than any other Pakistani in this country, and so I try my best, for my country. And I know the only way out is justice. The only way you can liberate people is by giving them their rights, and that comes through rule of law, which protects their fundamental rights.
All right. Yes, I feel it was important to kind of get that in because I think that this is going to be, I think it's going to be impactful to things that are coming about. So, I mean, we don't get to talk about it very much. I agree, Hamza. People don't talk about Kashmir very often.
No, Marcus, that brings a good that brings about a question. I was thinking about this the other day, and then Hamza just made a statement. Do you think sometimes that there needs to be dictators?
Yeah, I mean, what Hamza's saying here, Hamza says he actually needs to be the dictator, unfortunately, because all the politicians there are CIA funded, which there's a lot of truth to that. I mean,
correct.
And so, I mean, I put it this way. Was Iraq in better shape when Saddam was in charge or after he was out of power? Hold on 1 second.
We know the answer to that question was Iraq was better off with him there. That's why in Desert Storm, part of the United States intelligence apparatus was like, wait a second, we probably need to have him there. So don't destroy everything, send him back so we can keep the country somewhat stabilized. And that's what happened. But I guess by the time 2005, 6 rolled around, they didn't care about a stabilized Iraq. They just were like, let it be unstabilized and let's fuck this shit up and let's kill dude online.
Well, I think we're at the point now where the rest of the stuff that we have to talk about probably need to do it over on Rockfin's side to be on the safe side. Let's see.
Hold on. What did Jason Berman say about Elon Musk or Twitter?
I guess we can cover some of that. Yeah, I guess we can cover that over here. I'm gonna have to try to remember which points I wanted to skip through to because he's making some. No. With you, when you hear some of this stuff, you're gonna realize it needs to be why it needs to be on Rockfin. It's not that that everything he's saying necessarily is. It's I think your reaction to some of the stuff because he starts getting into the transgender to transhumanism stuff, and he gets deep off into some stuff.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know you're saying oh, but yeah, it's not that what it is that Bermas has been talking about some stuff that I haven't heard very many other people talk about. I don't put anybody. Archer says first stop by Pornhub. On the way to, I knew that stuff and people who paid attention to. Well, but everybody hasn't paid attention. Everybody hasn't done their due diligence, and so I gotta make sure that we do it in a way where we get all the information. Hold on 1 second. Huh? All right, so I'm gonna give everybody. Let me double check over here, Rockfin. All right, I see 14 in now. Let's give it. Let's see. I'll give it 1 minute.
Yo, Trez said he's stopping by Pornhub first.
I saw that. I was like, this dude's a fool. Matt Mark says, what's my Rockfin channel? It is at the Political Matrix. So, and everybody let me know. Actually, what I can do is I can go on ahead and grab it. Oh wow, did Ultras put it in there for us?
Trez did. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And so, yeah, thank you. So cool. And so I'm gonna look down at this, look down at my clock, giving it one more minute, and then we're gonna be off of the YouTube side. And then I can also show some of the video, which I did too. Honda says, Marcus, do you see your comments on Rockfin or just the Super Ray? No, I see all the comments. I believe I'm seeing all the comments. Like right now, I see Uma has commented and hers aren't Super Rays. I see Miguel. I see Denver is in there. Chris is in here. All right, cool. 19 in. Let's begin. All right. See you later, YouTube. Make sure you guys come over and click that link which I just put in the live. That way you guys can follow us over there. So click this off.
Who brought the hammer?
Remove. Post was created on YouTube. No. Post. Huh?